Yo, can you hear me?
There he is. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? Yo, I'm so sorry, bro. I completely forgot
I
you
was
were
like, is this dude gonna show up or
yeah,
not?
like, oh shit, 2:30. Oh, that's 11:30. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah, no, it's all good. It's happened to the best of us, man.
yeah, man. How's it going?
It's going good, bro. Just trying to live through the crazy times that we're in.
Exactly. I feel that. I feel that.
How about you? Everything been good?
Yeah, same, living through a pandemic. But I mean, to be honest, this has low key been like the best year for me for real. But
It looks like that, man. I've been keeping up with you just on Instagram, and it looks like shit. This has been like the year of L Dre, man.
for sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, because I feel kind of bad because, like the world's going crazy. Everybody's like dying and shit. And I'm over here just living it up for real. So,
You thriving. You
yeah.
thriving, dude. That's what's up. Well, yo, first of all, congrats on all your success. Congrats on this has been a good year for you, at least so far. Um, I want to talk about something that I saw on your Instagram. I was just like peeping your Instagram and I saw that you were closing your beat store, which is something that I also decided to do January of this year. But talk me through like what was the reasoning behind that?
Oh, so the main reasoning, pretty much like I stopped focusing on it already this year. So my whole plan was to, when I first started selling beats, it was always kind of just about money. It was just selling beats online was the only thing I really knew to make money to get me to the point where I could quit my job.
Right.
So I mean, I did quit my job earlier this year. So
Congrats.
thank you, thank you. So, but most of it was like, it's mostly because of streaming. Like once I started like putting my music out, and then like my one song had blew up on Spotify. I mean on TikTok, and things started, getting the ball rolling in like I don't know, like November, October last year.
Yeah.
There's like a 3 month delay on the money with streaming and stuff like that. So once I saw that money coming in, and it was just way more than I was making from selling beats. So I started focusing on that more, and then I don't know. I probably was uploading like one or two beats a month, maybe. So I just stopped really caring about it.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so talk about that, man. Well, first of all, let's go back to when you were still working a 9 to 5 and you were on your music grind. You said that selling beats online was the only way you knew how to make money. Um, what was that like from that transition from your 9 to 5 to doing music full time? Was that a difficult transition for you to make, or had you been saving up and preparing for it? Like, did you just take the leap?
I mean, I had a plan from the beginning. It was always I need to either make double what I'm making at my job, like for consistently for like a few months, and then I'll quit. Or it'll be I would have to have like 6 months of like my all my monthly expenses saved up. So
Yeah,
whatever came first, that was gonna be my way to quit.
right.
But then once like my music started blowing up, like I went viral on TikTok, and then a month later I had went viral on Twitter. So once both of those things happened, like right after each other, and then brands started hitting me up and stuff, I was like, yo, I can't. I just told my job, I'm like, yo, all right. This was like December. I was like, yo, like sometime next month, next year, either January or February, I'm gonna have to dip. Like things are getting too crazy.
Yeah. What job was this?
I mean, it was a chill job. It was like it's a clothing brand, and I pretty
Okay.
much just worked online, like e-commerce, setting up like Shopify, fulfilling orders, and customer service, and just a bunch of random stuff, Photoshop, and all that kind of stuff there. So
Got
I was pretty cool with the boss anyway. So he knew about everything I was doing with my music and stuff. So it was all chill.
Yeah. Yeah. And you were like, I got a dip, man. This
Yeah,
music shit is starting to take off.
yeah. I just had to tell him, yeah, but it was
Yeah.
time for sure.
I respect it, man. I remember what that was like for me. Uh, and yeah, there were a couple different times where I tried to quit my job and it didn't quite work out according to plan. So I had to go back to like getting a job. And then I think like the second or third time that I tried, I had more momentum going into it. And Jaron, who was an artist that I was working with at the time, he was starting to take off. So I saw that as the perfect kind of window of opportunity for me to start being a full-time producer. You know, that's the dream.
Yeah, man, it's no better feeling than that last drive home from work for real.
Man. So what was it like for you? Were you like super just like excited, enthusiastic about to like start taking advantage of all these opportunities, doing these brand deals and stuff like that?
Yeah, for sure. So what happened was in December, right? So when I was working there in December, you know, Cymatics, I linked up with them in Atlanta for a few days. Like they flew me out and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
that was the first thing that happened where I had to go somewhere. I had to tell my job, like, yo, look, things are happening. I got to fly to Atlanta. They're like, why do you have to fly to Atlanta? I'm like, yeah. And then right after that, that same month, I got like this Samsung deal where they wanted to fly me to Vegas for CES, and I was gonna be there for a full week, and it was, you know, it was a work week and stuff like that. So I'm like, yo, again, I know I just left, but yo, in January, Samsung is flying me out to this and that. So stuff like that just kept happening. So I definitely was like, all right, the day just kept getting, my exit date just kept getting shorter and shorter and shorter. At first, I was like the end of February, the middle of February, but it
Yeah.
just kept getting shorter because I'm like, yo, it got to a point where I'm like, bro, what am I doing here? I'm sitting at work, like just
Mhm.
stressing about somebody complaining about their order. I'm like, bro, what am I doing here, bro? I don't even need this job. At this
At a
point,
certain point, you were like, all right, my time and effort is better spent on the music shit than it is sitting here fulfilling orders.
yeah, for sure. I don't know. I felt like I was just being nice to them, trying to be courteous, like give them enough time to like train a new person. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
dude, fuck these guys, bro. To be honest, like these guys don't
Fact.
care about me,
Fact.
bro.
Yeah. Now it's the L Dre show, man. Now you're taking off and doing your thing.
Yes.
Um, okay, so I guess aside from the beat store, your stuff started taking off on Spotify or TikTok first, or kind of at the same time.
Yeah, kind of the same time. So I had this remix I did, Chanel by Frank Ocean. It was one of those. I don't know if you're on TikTok, but it was one of those viral sounds that like every time you get on TikTok, you're gonna hear that. You're gonna see a video. Like all the big, like Charlie D'Amelio, Addison Rae, all the big TikTokers were using it. So when that happened, it was a remix. So, you know, I can't really make money off of it. So I put out the instrumental on Spotify, but I actually made a whole like EP, similar vibes, just like funk, dance beats. And I put that out, and then it just started going crazy. It has like over 2 million on it right now.
Shit.
But yeah, so that's just pretty much everything I did on TikTok. I would just drop the instrumental, just all my remixes, put the instrumentals up on Spotify, and you know, sometimes they'll connect and they'll pop off.
Yeah, that's dope. Bro, when I told my intern and my video guy that I was gonna reach out to you to try and do an episode with you, I believe my video guy Matt was like, that dude from TikTok? And I was like, yeah. Cause I'm not super heavy on TikTok. I haven't gotten on that wave yet. I guess I'm late to the party. But but I know that your shit has been going dumb on TikTok. So talk about that, man. Was that kind of the Frank Ocean remix? Was that your first joint that you put out that went viral?
Yeah, for sure. So, like I've been making like remixes and stuff. When I made the Frank Ocean song, honestly, I wasn't worried about any type of people listening to it. Back when I put that out like 3 months before it took off on TikTok, before I was even on TikTok. And I literally just named it Shibuya because I felt like it was my own song. I didn't care about the searchability or nothing. I just wanted to hear Frank Ocean on a beat that I made.
Yeah.
So when that took off, literally, sorry, it blew up on TikTok, and then people started using the sound from some other person, and then it just trickled and trickled. So I was barely posting on SoundCloud. So then everybody's in the comments like, yo, drop it on SoundCloud. Put it on SoundCloud. Literally the next day it had like 10K plays on it or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was definitely my first thing that really popped up. I mean, I've been grinding on Instagram forever. Like I was already verified on Instagram before the whole TikTok stuff popped off.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as music wise, that just went to a whole nother level that I would have never expected. And yeah, I was super grateful for that, for real.
Yeah, man, that's dope as hell because I know a lot of people that try to, you know, do the influencer marketing on TikTok. They try to get influencers to dance to their songs, and like it's real hit or miss with TikTok, but your shit seems to have gone viral organically.
Yeah, that's how it's always been. I mean, like it even now, like I see people like maybe even labels or bigger artists try to like force something on TikTok, but I honestly feel like it just doesn't work that way. I
Yeah.
mean, there might be a few cases where it was on purpose, but 9 out of 10, like it's usually random. Some random person does a dance and then everybody starts, because that's what happened with mine. This girl created a dance to my song, so everybody started doing the dance. And then some other TikTok account that does remixes made a remix of my remix, and that was the sound that really took off. They pretty much just put like a little snippet of American Boy at the beginning of my remix and like put some little transition noises,
Uh-huh.
and that really is what took it to like skyrocketed it. So
Did you
it's
hear about that? Like, I know how producers are with like people adding shit to your track where you like, what the fuck?
at first I was like, what the fuck? Yes. I'm like, yo, how are you gonna remix my remix?
Right. And they didn't even do that much, it sounds like.
Yeah, but like their account had like 2 million followers. Because I'm not sure if you're familiar with Lucian. He's like the OG goat of TikTok producers. He was the first person to blow up. He's the reason why I got on it in the first place.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much started the whole remixing on TikTok, and he literally blew up. He got to like 100K subs on YouTube almost overnight just based off TikTok. So, and he was grinding for like years with like minimum fans, but pretty much he told me when he saw that, he hit me up and he was like, yo, Gold Sounds did something with your blah blah blah, and he was excited. He's the one who showed it to me. I didn't even know about it, and I was like, am I supposed to be excited, bro? They just remixed my remix.
Yeah.
But it took off, like, and people still found my song on YouTube.
Right.
Now, to be fair though, a bunch of other people uploaded that version with the American Boy on top of it, and theirs even has like 7 million or 8 million views on it till this day as well. But it seems like people still found mine. Mine still has the most views, so I guess,
Yeah.
not too stressed about it. But it was weird for sure.
So from that point on, then, did you kind of feel pressure to keep the momentum building by dropping more music? And, you know, because now you understand what people are discovering you for. And I feel like that's so rare as a producer, like to have your music go viral on TikTok. Like that doesn't happen to many producers. So um, I know you rap too, but but the thing that made you go viral was a remix. So like, what was the? Did you feel pressure after that to continue creating content?
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, like when it first popped off, I was super excited, but the other half of me was like, damn, this is probably going to be like a one hit wonder kind of thing. I'm going to drop this. It's going to fizzle out eventually, and nobody's going to mess with my other music.
Yeah,
But, it's like one of those things where, like Russ was putting out a bunch of stuff, and then they discovered him and I had a bunch of stuff to go back to. So it was similar to that. People were able to go and find all my other different platforms, YouTube, Spotify, all my old music, and bump to that. But then I kept doing it, and it just kept happening. Like songs just kept going viral. Cause I guess when I did that, there was like a peak time of TikTok. Cause now, man, my TikToks flop daily now. It's crazy. Like it's so crazy. TikTok is like Instagram now, where it's like super hit and miss.
you got
But
in at the right time though.
yeah, for sure. So after that, it kind of kept happening. So, and then I went viral on Twitter, which was super random. I made like a Disney video, and I made it for TikTok. It didn't go viral on TikTok. It maybe got like 100K views, but
Yeah,
then it got like 3 million views on Twitter, and like Complex posted it, and like Rap Genius posted it, and all this crazy stuff happened. So I was like, oh shit. Like when that happened, I'm like, all right, yeah, I just need to keep going, keep putting out stuff, and then
yeah,
hope for the best.
yeah, yeah. So all these remixes you're putting out, are they going on DSPs like Spotify and Apple Music and all that?
The instrumentals, but I did like a few. So what I've been doing is like I've been like taking inspiration from like TV shows. That's another thing that's kind of going viral. Like I did a bunch of Avatar, The Last Airbender themed songs where it's like technically I'm not sampling, but I am kind of recreating the melody, so I could get in trouble. But
Right.
yeah, those are all on the DSPs.
Got you. So you're creating basically an interpolation, which is like you're not sampling it, but you're still playing the melodies or whatever from those pieces.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Got you. Got you. And nobody's sued you yet or flagged
No,
you?
so I'm just, hey, I'm just out here.
You're riding the wave, bro. You're just
For
like,
sure.
hey, I'm gonna keep this going as long as I can.
For sure. I mean, it's, hoping
I
for the
mean,
best.
yeah, that's the worst I think that could happen is you get flagged for it, it gets taken down, unless it like really goes like stupid viral and you get like tens of millions of streams.
Yeah,
But
that's what I'm saying. I wasn't even expecting. All right, because I'm gonna be honest. The Disney one I did, I sampled "Married Life." It's like a from Up. I sampled the Up theme song, and I even hit up the creator because he had retweeted on Twitter. I was like, "Yo, is there any way you can help me get this cleared?" And
yeah,
he was like, "Nah, man, Disney owns all that stuff, so he couldn't even do nothing about it." So I was just like, but that was at the time I really didn't have like a lot of clout like that. So I was like, "Fuck it." And I just put it up. I wasn't expecting it to get like 1 million plays, which it does. But I mean, I've always told myself like, yo, it's like such a small amount of money compared to what Disney is doing. So if they do sue me for it, I'm like, whatever. I'll pay up and take the song down,
yeah,
whatever happens. Yeah.
yeah. Hey, Disney, don't sue my boy.
Living life on the edge, man.
How do you get the ideas for your remixes? Like, is it just shit that you personally like, or do you like scroll through social media and find ideas? How do you come up with them?
It's pretty much everything I do has to be like personal or have a connection to it. Like, especially when I do like theme song flips. So I did one of the ones that is going viral on TikTok right now is like the Steven Universe. I'm not sure if you know what that show is, but I flipped the theme song to that. But people were telling me to do it. And I was like, what is this show? Like, it looks dumb. It looks like a little kid show. But I was like, you know what? I'll just watch it. So I watched the entire series, fell in love with it, and then I did the remix. Same thing with like a few other shows that I did. Pretty much everything I do is something like I love.
That's
Pretty much.
dope. I feel like that's important. It has to be authentic. I think that's for any facet of the music industry, whether it's the actual music or your branding or the content that you post or the brand deals or the partnerships that you do. I mean, I really feel like authenticity is what people gravitate towards. So the fact that you just said that, only solidifies that idea.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, but I think you're in a very interesting space, bro, because as a producer, you have gotten to the point where your Spotify numbers are better than most artists. And in hip hop especially, uh, that's rare, that's rare. So um, have you had, like distribution deals, label deals? Have they started calling you, knocking on your door, sending you emails?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a few like labels hit me up, but nothing ever really happened with it. I got a manager recently and he talks to a lot of people for me, but as far as like label wise, I've never really my whole life I've never been interested in signing to a label, so
Yeah,
just like when they call me, I'm like, well, what are you gonna do for me if I kind of personally feel like I have leverage if they're calling me. So I'm just like,
yeah,
yo, and I feel like I don't need them. Granted, they could help me big time, but I personally just have faith in myself that I can make it to 1 million monthly listeners on my own.
yeah.
So it's just like, when people call, I'm just like, all right, well, what do you want to talk about? Like kind
Right.
of chill about it really.
Yeah. No, you're doing something right for sure if they're calling and trying to get in touch with you. So is the plan just to like continue doing what you've been doing just on a bigger scale, just dropping new music?
Yeah, pretty much. I definitely am focusing on I want to build up my YouTube. I definitely want to be like a I don't see any stigma around being a YouTuber. I think it's sick. So I definitely am trying to grow my YouTube as big as possible. And then on top of that, just dropping music. I definitely want to start working with more artists, but like on my terms, you know what I'm saying? Like on some DJ Khaled,
Mhm.
Calvin Harris type of stuff like that, dropping albums. K Tronada is like my number one inspiration for real.
Mm.
So stuff like that is stuff I definitely want to dive into. But for now, I'm just, riding the wave, just putting out whatever I want, really.
Yeah. Man, I feel like YouTube has not fallen off, but I've been seeing a lot of creatives leaving the YouTube platform because it seems like they favor certain types of content over others. Do you feel that, or no? You're just
I mean, to me, YouTube is kind of similar to TikTok for me. It's kind of random. It's kind of hit or miss because it's like sometimes YouTube will hook me up. Like the YouTube algorithm will be like, yo, I fuck with this video. And then next thing you know, it has 1 million views.
yeah.
And then other times it's like, yo, fuck this video, 1,000 views for you. Like that's just how it works. It's kind of like we're all
You
we're
never know, right? You never
yeah,
know what's
yeah.
gonna pop
It's
off.
all up to the algorithm. So I definitely feel that. I mean, a lot of people have disappeared. Like Aries was a big inspiration when I first came in. He was doing like these little beat videos and stuff, and then he just turned into an artist and just popped off and just disappeared from YouTube. So I mean, that's a cool way to do it, but I don't know. I feel like YouTube still just has a lot of potential always. So
Yeah,
especially over Instagram.
for sure. No, there's still totally, definitely relevant. Um, but that's dope. That's dope. I have a serious question for you, bro.
Let's do it.
What in the hell does I am a table mean?
Yo, I'm a table gang. So man, all right. So I'll take it back. It was the real influence of it. There was an old Tyler the Creator video back when he was insane. I know now he's all like chill, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But I don't know. I still kind of got a little bit of beef with him because I know damn well he would be canceled today. But yeah, he did this video where he was just talking shit and he was like, he was like, I'm a unicorn, I'm a table, I could do whatever I want. And then when he said I'm a table, I'm like, I'm not a unicorn, but I might just be a table. So like that was like high
that
school or something. So
resonated with you. Something about
yeah,
it, like,
yeah. So I made a T-shirt that just said I'm a table, and then I just started wearing it to school, and then everybody just started, obviously it's high school, so people are laughing, people are like, whoa, how are you a table? So it kind of just stuck with me. Everybody at school was calling me the table. I even had it on my little graduation little quote right there. So it just kind of stuck with me. So now pretty much the meaning behind it is you can be whatever you want to be. I'm a table. You can be an astronaut, or you can be fucking Elon Musk, whatever you want to be. Like nobody can tell you otherwise, pretty much.
bro, you might have been a table in your past life, you know,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Or at least a tree. You know what I'm saying?
at least a tree. Yeah,
Tree. So
yeah.
yeah, that's my thing.
But again, it all goes back to being authentic. You know, that's something that you drew inspiration from your own like personal, experience and narrative. And now it's like you got merch for it, um, which is dope, man. So I salute you on that.
Yeah, for
Uh,
sure.
so you've also made beats in some pretty crazy places, on a beach, in a tree, at a lake with like ducks and wildlife. um, where is there anywhere that you haven't cooked up yet that you want to?
I mean, I kind of stopped that. I mean, we're in a pandemic, so but I had to. But
Yeah,
I always had this dream, and if any brands are out there listening and you want to sponsor this endeavor, all right, I've always wanted to do like well, shit, we're in a pandemic, but I've always wanted to do like a Disney World tour
mhm.
and like go to all the Disneylands and just make beats at like all the locations, just kind of crazy stuff. Like I never even got to do it right before the pandemic hit. I had just got the OP1. Since
Yeah,
it's so portable, I was gonna take that to Disneyland and I was gonna like make a beat on the Ferris wheel at Disneyland, and that was gonna be sick. But then boom, the pandemic hit. But
yeah.
that's always been like a goal of mine, just to like travel around to all the different Disney locations and just cook up.
I feel like, didn't you have a video I think I saw on Instagram where you went to Disneyland, or was that somewhere else?
Yeah, no, I did a few there, but I never did the Ferris wheel one. But I did one on the Monsters Inc. ride, and then I did the one that had went viral where I like sampled sounds around Disneyland.
Got you, got you, got
Yeah,
you. That's creative. That's mad creative, man. Um, yeah, I don't have the patience for that type of shit. So I'm like, if I gotta take out my whatever, my MIDI keyboard and my laptop and pull up Reason, start sampling sounds and shit, I'm not patient enough for that, man. So,
I feel that for sure. Yeah.
but is there it, what's the one thing anything in the world that if you could sample it, that you would want to sample and put in one of your beats?
Anything in the world I would want to sample? That's a good question. Um, I don't know. Like I always have crazy ideas that in my head are just like that would never happen. But once you said that, I don't know. I just pictured me like a cinematic video of me just like on the top of Mount Everest with one table, and I'm just like sampling the sound of the table with the Mount Everest acoustics or something crazy like that. I don't know. That sounds kind of sick.
I mean, at that point, you'd be in space almost.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh man, that'll be sick.
yeah,
Yes. Yes.
that would be a TikTok first for sure.
For sure. For sure. And that better blow up. I swear if it
If
doesn't,
that doesn't go viral, I
I'm
don't know
quitting.
what.
I'm quitting, bro.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. Hey man, we need yeah. How can we make that happen? Now I'm trying to think. Like,
I don't think it can. I can't even imagine myself climbing Mount Everest. I can't even. I don't exercise, so I'd be done, bro. I would be done halfway up, bro.
I mean, they could fly you out to space, and you could, did you watch the David Blaine Ascension on YouTube
I
thing?
haven't seen it yet, but I've seen clips.
Yeah, you could do like the opposite, which would be like descension, and you could like they could drop you, you fall onto Mount Everest, cook up on a table, and then you like fly all the way down or some shit.
Now we're talking. I'll just fly right up there. That'll be much better.
There you go. There you go. As far as like the actual creative process of making beats and remixes and sampling stuff, uh, is there like what's the biggest hurdle to doing that? Um, are there like specific challenges? I'm sure with sampling that you ran into.
I mean, for me, I'm fine with sampling, but overall beat making, I guess it's just because I haven't learned the keys. Like that's my main goal forever, just to learn the keys. But I can just never sit down and learn it. All the times I've tried, like I just stop. I don't know what it is. Like something about my hands, I cannot make them do different things at the same time. So
Yeah,
I always get frustrated. So that's my main hurdle when it comes to producing. Is just learning keys for real.
yeah. Do you collaborate with other producers?
Yeah, I do. That's pretty much the way until I learn keys for sure.
Yeah,
But yeah, I definitely want to learn. Like I feel like that's a necessity for real,
yeah.
almost.
I mean, I'm not musically trained really. I don't play the keys either. I play by ear, so I know when something sounds good or when it sounds off.
Yeah.
And I kind of trust that instinct more than my ability to actually play the keys. But like you said, it's if I need to play something that sounds like it's really well done, then I'll just hit up my another producer or collaborator that is trained and knows how to is fire on the piano.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just want to be fire on the piano, like, cause I like
Yeah,
my homies that are. I'll just be looking at them, and I'll be like, "Yo, can you do this?" And they'll just start doing it. I'm like, "Damn,
yeah.
that's a blessing, man,
It
for real."
is. It is. I will say it's one of those skill sets that like no matter who you are, if you know how to play the keys really well, you can impress anyone. Like I feel like people just appreciate that on a whole different level than, you know, hitting some pads on a
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I tried to overcompensate with learning how to do all that stuff on the pads, but it's like nobody cares about that. Like unless it's just on Instagram or something, but yeah.
Yeah. So what is that thing, for you, what's the biggest thing that you feel like has gotten you to this point? Like what do you feel like makes you different from all the other producers out there on the internet, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram that are trying to do the same thing?
I would definitely say like I used to be like everybody else for sure. Like I've always wanted to do music, but like I've always just been lazy. Like that's been my biggest fault my whole life is just straight laziness. So even like I went to college for music production pretty much just because my mom said you either got to get a job or, well, I already had a job, but she said I got to do something. So I'm like, all right, if I'm going to go to school, I'm going to go to school for music production. And even then, you know, I would still come home and just watch Netflix or do whatever, make like 1 or 2 beats a week or something like that. But I would also complain about it too. Like I would see somebody that's way more popping than me and I'd be like, damn, I could do that. Why are they there? So it got to the point where after I graduated college, I was just like, all right, this is it. Like I got to make this shit happen. I'm like 30,000 in debt from this piece of paper I just got from this
That,
pointless school. And like, I got to do something. I got to pay these student loans. So I just like something switched and I was just like, I gotta go all in. So that's when I started posting on Instagram like literally every single day, making beat videos and stuff like that. And my main thing, I guess, is really the mindset change that really
right.
sets me apart from people. Cause at the end of the day, every night, like it'll be like maybe 2, 3, 4 a.m. And I'm like, I'm super tired. This beat sucks, but no, I have to post tomorrow. So I'll just keep pushing
Mm.
and then I'll make something. And then maybe that would have been the thing to get me, you know, maybe a couple extra 100 or 1,000 followers or something like that. So in my head, it's always just been like, keep going. Something will happen no matter what. Like, as long as I just keep pushing, something's going to pop off at some point. That's what I always told myself.
Yeah. No, I think that's a really important mindset shift, because it's not like you were chasing something unattainable. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's all the small little wins along the way that kind of give you enough motivation to keep going, or give you the reassurance that, you know, you're on the right path, and you see things start to change little by little. And that's kind of enough just affirmation for you to keep going, right?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah,
That's
that's
how.
dope. That's dope. Um, so jumping back to, actually, let's go to this question. My intern sent me a bunch of topics to talk about, but I know you're a big fan of like Avatar, Last Bender, Rick and Morty, Steven, is it Steven or Steven's Universe?
Steven Universe. Yeah.
Steven, okay. So he said, what show do you think people could learn the most and implement in their daily life? The Last Airbender, Rick and Morty, or Steven Universe?
Definitely not Rick and Morty, because if you're learning from Rick and Morty, then you're learning how to shoot people and fart out bombs and shit. So
Right.
definitely not Rick and Morty. But I would have to say like Avatar: The Last Airbender, man. There's so many gems. Like Uncle Iroh, he's like always dropping wisdom. Like that video I sampled it's like his super sad song "Leaves from the Vine." Um, and literally all the comments. First off, that song got 1 million views on YouTube in a month, and that was at a time where none of my stuff was really blowing up. So YouTube just threw me a bone with that one.
Mm,
And all the comments are filled with people like, yo, I've learned so much from Iro. I've learned blah, blah, blah. Oh, I cried so hard. I've learned so many lessons. I wish he was real. I wish I had a real uncle like him. So I definitely have to say Avatar for sure.
yeah, that's interesting, man. I think, you know, that's such a good example of just making the shit you like and attracting the audience and the energy. Because one thing that I constantly get asked, right, is from both artists and producers, is like, how do I find my audience? Like, how do I grow my audience? How do I get more fans? And I'm always like, just make the shit that you like, put it out, and have them come to you. You know what I mean? And you have found a way as a producer to incorporate your interests and things that mean something to you, and make it a part of your music and make it a part of your brand. And I think that's a testament to like just staying true to yourself, being authentic, and letting the audience find you. Do you feel like that's helped you get to this point?
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, that's how I've always been from day one. When I first started, when I first started with Instagram, there was people like Lakey Inspired,
Mhm.
Beats by J Black. Those were all the guys that were doing it. They were doing what I wanted to do. So when I first started, and then also selling beats, everybody was, trap is just the wave. But you know, I did trap, I did other things, and it was cool, like whatever. But then once I started not caring about what it is that everybody wants, that's when stuff started happening for me. Like dead ass, like it was clear. Like some people can look back in their career and see that clear moment. It was a clear moment where I was making a song and it was just random. I didn't care about nothing going into it. I was just like, yo, let me try these weird sounds. And that was like my first Instagram video to like, I mean, scale wise, it was like to pop off. So
Mhm.
I mean, it wasn't nothing crazy, but it was like my first video to be reposted by beat channels and stuff like that. So yeah, and then ever since then, I was like, all right, fuck it. Like from now on, I'm just gonna do whatever I want, and people could come to me. Like I know a lot of people, you know, when they're marketing their beats, they hit up producers on, artists on Instagram, Twitter, whatever it may be. Like I've always just been like, yo, I'm just gonna be dope and let people find me. That's always been my plan,
Yeah, yeah.
and
So,
it's worked out.
yeah, no, it's worked out amazing. And you're in are you in LA?
Yeah, I'm in LA.
Okay. Were you born and raised there?
Yeah, born and raised for sure. Yeah.
Dope, dope. Um, what's it like? Because I'm in Atlanta. I've spent some time in LA. I go back and forth. Like, well, pre-pandemic, I was going back and forth and, traveling there. But um, what's the vibe like there for you? Like, do you enjoy living in LA? Is there another place that you would rather be as either, for personal reasons or as a creative? Do you enjoy it there?
Well, here's the thing, all right. I've always lived in the hood, you know what I'm saying? So I hate it. But I only hate it where I am because literally I'm like well, I'm not in the worst part of the hood where literally people are shooting every day, but it's like I'm in the hood where like I don't go outside at night. I don't go outside. I really don't. Like there's like a few months ago, this house next door to me, they were like vacant for like several months, and literally there was like crackheads staying there and shit like that. So
Jesus Christ. What
yeah,
part of LA is this?
but it's regular part. Like I'm not that far from USC, like one of the top colleges
Gotcha.
ever. But it's just like it's just not the business. But I
Yeah.
mean, I could be over exaggerating just from like my life. But I don't know any. I don't. All my friends have been robbed at least once or twice in their life, all in this general area,
Yeah.
and it's just not cool. But I like different areas of LA. They're cool. Like I'm about to move out next year from this place, and I'm gonna go like the outskirts of LA so I could get like a nicer house for cheaper.
Yeah.
And once I'm like rich, I might come back, but I'll go to a rich part of LA, like Hollywood Hills, Manhattan Beach, somewhere nice. But as far as like where everything's happening, like Hollywood sucks. Everybody's so excited about Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hollywood is dirty, it's gross. Homeless person on every corner. Like Hollywood is not cool. Like people love it, but it's I
Yeah.
don't know. But as far as music goes, I mean, this I guess this is still one of the main places to be. Me personally, I've always just been antisocial, so I don't. All my friends are on the internet anyway, all over the world and stuff like that. So it's like it never really mattered to me where I am.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And you're a true millennial, bro. Or are you, what would it be? How old are you? Are you millennial or Gen Z? Is it Gen Z?
I'm 22. I
Oh,
I feel like a millennial, but
okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I honestly don't know the cutoff point.
Yeah, that's some millennial shit, man. If all your friends are on the internet, that's
Yeah, nah, yeah. My friends I have like, maybe like a few real friends that I've grown up with around this area, but maybe like four.
yeah,
The rest of them I've all met just like, on Instagram for real.
yeah, facts. No, I
Yeah.
feel like it's a lot of the same in Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta's a city that continues to kind of go through gentrification. And so you'll find like $1 million modern home right across the street from like the projects. You know what I mean? That's how it is in Atlanta too. So
Yeah, they're
I remember I was living in a spot that was like it was decent. It's probably like pretty similar to where you are right now. And this was like years ago. But our place got someone like broke into our um shit, hang on. I think my internet's failing. Can you still hear me? We back?
Yep, we're good.
Okay, okay. Kind of dropped out. Um, but yeah, it's probably similar to where you are now, but I remember we got burglarized. Someone crawled through our window and like stole all of our shit, our laptops. Um, so it was, yeah, it was like that's
Yeah,
how Atlanta is. It just has its pockets, you know what I mean?
yeah. Same thing with LA. Like, there's good areas, but the area I've always been, I pretty much stayed my whole 22 years of living in LA. I've pretty much been in the same like area, sort of.
Yeah.
So never been much change.
How long do you think it'll take for you to move out and
Well, I'm for sure moving because this is still like this. I still live with my mom. I pretty much just have everything set up in my garage. Pretty much my bed and everything is in here too. So pretty much live in a garage for us. So I'm moving out for sure January. Like it's already set. I'm just waiting to, I don't know. I just wanted to give my mom some time for whatever it may be. But yeah, I'm moving out in January. I don't know where I'm gonna go, but I'm looking at like Chino Hills or something. It's like different outskirts of LA that maybe like 40 to 45 minutes to an hour away. But it's like, cause just I want to stay in LA, but oh my gosh, like the prices
yeah,
compared to the house, like literally a little shitty house in Culver City is like 5,000 a month with like three bedrooms. Meanwhile, I can go to Chino Hills for 5,000 a month in Chino Hills. I could be living in a mansion. So it's like, I'm out of here for real.
yeah, LA's wild, man. Y'all got it's expensive to live in LA, bro.
Yeah, it's annoying. Yeah,
Um,
when I went to Atlanta, I was talking with one of the dudes there who just bought this super nice house for like $400,000, and I'm like, bro, this is $1 million house next door to me in the hood, bro. Like,
yeah, yeah, easily,
yeah, it's
easily. That's why I love Atlanta, man, because it's still affordable to live here. You know, it's an amazing place to be if you are in the creative industry or make music. So many cool people here. It's not like bougie. You know, there's different groups and different like it's just really diverse. Um, and the pace of life, like it's not like New York.
yeah,
Where everything just like moves so fast. So I don't know. I just grew to love this just living in Atlanta, bro.
yeah. I
Um,
don't know. I might have to get like an Airbnb out there for like a month, really, really see how it is. You know what I'm saying?
for real, yeah, you
Yeah,
should. You definitely should. I think you would like it here.
for sure.
Let me see. I wanted to make sure there was nothing that I left out. Yeah, I guess that was pretty much it. But what's the what's the overall goal for you? Like, do you have a vision of where you want to be in the next 5 years?
So the next 5 years, I would say, I don't know. Honestly, I like what I'm doing now. I definitely want to do less remixes. I'm probably not going to be doing remixes by then. I definitely want to be working with like a little bigger caliber artists. I've never really cared about like placements or anything like that.
Yeah,
So I just definitely want to be in a place where like money is no issue and I can just literally do whatever I want. If I want to make music today, I can. If I don't, I won't. And it's really that simple. I mean, I'd like to have the YouTube still going, but at the end of the day, my end goal with life always has been to do nothing. Like that's what I've always wanted to do is nothing. So that's the end goal. I want to be able to just relax and just make music whenever I feel like it.
yeah,
So whether that be because I got placements or because I'm working with all these artists and I'm getting all these royalties now, like whatever it may be, I'm gonna get there. I just, but for sure I want to do like some DJ Khaled stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like albums with artists and stuff like that. And yeah, that's it. I'm probably get into real estate or some shit. I don't know. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, bro. I mean, I'll say this. I'm 14, going on 15 years in the game now. I've been through every imaginable situation. I've seen damn near everything. Um, I've worked with artists and producers on like all levels. I think it's fucking amazing getting to do what we do because you get to be yourself at the end of the day. And actually being yourself is an advantage, right? Like being uniquely you is an advantage. Like that's what people are going to gravitate towards in your music and your branding and your content, everything. So I will say that's the upside, is that we get to genuinely 100% do what we love to do and be ourselves and get to make money from doing that. Um,
Exactly.
the hard part is just building the audience, right? And continuing to challenge yourself creatively, because it's such a competitive field that if
Mm.
you don't innovate and if you don't do something different, then people forget about you, you know? And so
Yeah.
I think that's the big challenge in our industry, is like figuring out different ways to innovate and challenge yourself and continue doing that over the next decade, which is why artists like Drake and producers that have real longevity in the music industry are so rare, because
Mm.
that's a really, really hard thing to do. Um, but you know, I think you're so young. Like you got so much potential. You're already on a really dope wave for what you're creating right now. So I think as long as you continue to challenge yourself creatively and continue doing the things that inspire you, you know, you'll continue to grow your platform. And it's just after that figuring out ways to monetize that attention, you know.
For sure. I mean, my number one inspiration in music and life has always been 50 Cent, bro. So
Really,
yeah, he's the one who literally got me into music. When I was a kid, like my dad bought me the Curtis album. Like that was my first hip hop album
that's
on a CD.
crazy.
He bought me a radio and that. And like I know obviously he's like talking about shooting and killing, and I'm like 9 years old or some shit. But yo, I was feeling it. Like I don't know. But pretty much, I don't know. I might just end up pulling a 50 Cent, you know what I'm saying? Do all my music stuff. And when it comes time, next thing you know, I have like a headphone brand or some
Yeah.
liquor, something like that. Do more business side of things because I do love business as well. So
Yeah, you have to, bro. I feel like at a certain point, like very, very few artists and producers are able to live off just their music catalog and their royalties forever.
yeah.
Almost every music mogul I can think of has transitioned to the business side of things,
Hmm.
you know, from Jay-Z to Diddy to even, you know, like even Drake and like artists who are still actively making music have investments in other things. And that's kind of the exit strategy when they get old and they can't rap anymore, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like you gotta have other investments. So I think personally that's the next challenge for my career, is figuring out what those are, continuing to build my music catalog. Um, you know, I think just like growing your catalog for now and making
Mhm.
sure you retain ownership of your music and, you know, get those looks. Like, man, take advantage of that, bro.
Yep, that's the plan, man. That's the
Yeah.
plan for
Well, that's
sure.
dope, man. I appreciate you coming on to chat with me and drop gems and just, you know, tell me about your story. um, I think we'll try to put this out not next week but the week following, and yeah, we'll just share them on social media. I'll post them to my YouTube and all of that. But I appreciate you, bro. Is there anything else you want to plug, like your socials, anything you have coming up?
Um, first and foremost, shout out to Kato, young legend. I just want to give
I'm
you
an
your
old
flowers.
legend now.
Well, you nah, you got it, bro. I want to give you your flowers, bro. Like Funk Volume and all that shit. Like that was my shit. Like you said, oh, Jaren, this artist I work with. Like I didn't know Jaren Benson, bro. Like come on.
I didn't know that. Oh shit! Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
dope.
Like,
That's
all
dope.
that shit, Hobson, Jaren. Like I entered. I'm pretty sure when I rapped, I entered in like two of the contests or something like that. The
Oh
Funk Volume
shit.
contest, like way back, and I was buns. I know I didn't win. I was trash. But yeah. I just want to give you your flowers too, man. Like you're one of those. You know what I'm saying? You're one of those. So
Man, thank you, bro.
appreciate you having me on in the first place. And as far as plugging, L.Dre on all streaming platforms, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it may be, at L Dre the Giant. And yeah, new music always coming soon.
Dope. Dope. There it is, y'all. L Dre. Make sure you guys follow him. And appreciate you again, bro. We'll touch base super soon.
All right, for sure.
All right, brother.
All right, stay up.
Peace.